How's it going, everybody? Christopher Samson here, also known as Pacific Northwest Samson. If you're new to the channel, I'm a cold water diver out of British Columbia, Canada. I snorkel, I free dive, I scuba dive, basically everything you can do in the water, and I post my adventures on YouTube. Companies from time to time, they reach out to me and ask if I want to review and try out their products. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Odepro ND51 2500 lumen dive torch, which I have quite a bit of experience with because I sold the exact same one once upon a time, labeled under green sea torches. So I've been using this one pretty much for 4 years, not the one specifically sent to me, but the same model, just again branded differently. It's a wicked torch. I'm going to cover all the specifications and everything I've learned after using it for an extended period of time. Now, full disclosure, the 2500 lumen green sea torch I used to sell, I no longer do. We took it off the market. I don't sell torches anymore at all, for that matter. So this is an unbiased review. I'm not trying to sell you my product. I am just giving you my honest feedback after everything I've learned while using the product. So stick around if you're interested and want to learn more about a very reliable, reasonably priced, bright dive torch. One thing I do love about this torch is the lack of plastic packaging. It just comes in a simple cardboard box. The box does not dual as a carrying case. For me, I just threw my torch right into my dive bag with everything else that I threw in there, so I never needed one. But if that's something you're looking for, you could always get one aftermarket. Once you open the box up, the torch comes with all the essentials. You do have extra O-rings. On my light that I've been using for over 4 years, I have the original O-rings. I've never had a need to replace them. When you're switching out your battery, watch out for sand, because sand can get on the threads. And then when you're screwing your light together, the sand can shred the O-rings, and then you would have to replace them. So inspect them every time you get in the water, every time you switch out your batteries, and also lubricate them. Inside the box, you also have a user manual. Always refer them on the manufacturer's operator's manual. Read the do's and don'ts and all the limitations of your torch. You also have a product warranty card, 30 days free replacement, 24 months free repair, and a limited lifetime warranty. Read through the warranty. I'll leave a link to that in the description, also a link to the product. By the way, I believe I have a discount code for this torch as well, so keep an eye out for that discount code while you're at it. The light does not come with the USB-C direct battery, and the light itself does not dual as a charger like some of the other ones that I've reviewed. It does come with an external charger though, with a USB-C cable. So bring this along with you on your dives, and I would highly suggest buying a backup battery so you have two. I'll explain more on that later and why you want to make that decision. For some product specifications, the high is 2500 lumens with a 59-minute runtime. Medium is 1000 lumens with a 2-hour and 50-minute runtime. Low is 300 lumens with an 11-hour runtime, and strobe you are blasting out at 2500 lumens. Strobe is good for emergency situations, so you can get people's attention, so nice feature to have. For LED, you're running 4 Cree XM-L2. The beam angle is 18-degree beam, which I really like. It's not too narrow, not too focused. It did good for looking in cracks while spearfishing, and I also got some awesome footage while filming wildlife with it, so it's a happy medium. And the beam distance is 250 meters. You have an impact resistance rating of 1 meter and waterproof rating of IPX-8, so good for 150 meters, so it has the vast majority of people covered when it comes to depth. Size, it is very compact. The head is 53 millimeters. The tube itself is 31 millimeters, and the length is 145 millimeters. It's a little on the heavy side for its size at 230 grams. However, underwater weight, you're looking at 150 grams. The battery is a 26,650 5,000 milliamp hour battery running 3.7 volts. It is a larger battery than other torches I have reviewed, but it has the same capacity of 5,000 milliamp hour. I looked it up, and there is a 26,650 8,000 milliamp hour battery. So if you wanted to upgrade the battery, you could, to have a backup, but the 8000 will have more juice, so a longer battery runtime. And they do make the 26650 with the USB-C Direct. So if you are looking for that specific style of battery charging, you do have that option available aftermarket. For hands-on demonstration, it is very, very simple to use. Click the button once, you're looking at high beam at 2500 lumens. Click it a second time, medium at 1000 lumens. One more time, you're looking at 300 lumens, low setting. Hold down the power button and you get into strobe mode. Click it one more time and you're off. Simple as that. This light does not have a battery life indicator, so no green, red light. I wish it did, that's one of my complaints. Not so much to know the battery life, but when I'm at the surface, I turn my torch off to conserve battery life while I'm freediving and spearfishing. Sometimes I forget to turn my light off and I waste a bunch of precious battery life. If I had that little green light on there, or even a red light, it's going to remind me to turn my light off. This also does not have a lockout, but you can do a quarter turn on the compartment here, the battery compartment, and that effectively locks it out. So again, it's not advertised with a lockout function, but you can create your own with a quarter turn, or worst case scenario, take a battery out. I think that's important, A, so this doesn't create a fire hazard, and B, also you don't want to throw it in your dive bag, it turn on, and then you go to use it and find out your battery is depleted. The front of the torch, you have your 4 LED bulbs, and the back of the torch, you have your spot for a wrist lanyard to hook into. Switching out the battery, very, very simple. Open her up, and you can pop your battery out and then slide a new one in there. And it is protected with 2 O-rings. These O-rings I have complete and utter faith in, but still inspect them. One of my favorite things about the light is the simplicity of this on-off switch. I don't like the rotary style because the light will always twist around in my hand strap as a result. Some of the buttons I've used on torches, they're really, really hard to press. But this one here, just in a few seconds, even with 5mm gloves on, very, very effective and very simple. Favorite feature, I think. So the Odepro ND51, I have not specifically used the one that's in my hand right now, but I have lent this one out to friends and they love it. I used to sell the Green Sea 2500, which is virtually the exact same light, and I used that one extensively for 4+ years. I never had a single issue with it. When we did sell these lights, we sold a substantial amount of them, and I still get friends of mine reaching out asking me if I am still selling them because they've lost theirs and they want another one because it was such a sick torch. It's still one of my go-tos. When I go spearfishing, I'm grabbing this exact light. I like how I can look into cracks. I like the size of it. And I also like how if I need to film something in a bind, I can still get amazing illumination with the 18-degree beam. It is reliable. We had a few returns due to manufacturing defects, but 99.99% of the lights were sold without issue. My 2 complaints with this torch was the first one, the lack of the battery life indicator. That'd be a really nice feature to have. The other would be the battery itself. The battery takes forever to charge, so I would recommend buying yourself a second if you go with this torch. Have both of them fully charged at all times. When it's time to switch out a battery, you have a full one ready to roll. Something else I want to note, I was very hard on my torch. I've dropped it from well above and beyond 1 meter on a hard surface and it survived the drop. So it has an impact resistance of 1 meter, but I got faith that it can handle more. The light, I did a fairly good job of washing it. Sometimes I leave it in my dive bag for over a week and I haven't had any corrosion on it. So you do want to wash it with fresh water after every dive. That's without even saying. Salt water can be really corrosive and harsh on your technology. But even at that, with the lack of maintenance I've showed this thing, it's held it down without any issues. So if you're looking for a torch that is going to last you a long time with minimal maintenance, this would also be it. I was a little harder on my torch by design. I was the one selling it. I wanted to make sure that it was a product that I stood by and would withstand some abuse, reasonable amount of abuse. If you look back on some of my older videos, pretty well between 2021 and 2024-ish, you'll see me using this torch, the ND51. branded differently, but it is the exact same light. So if you're looking for some other examples of this torch in action, then check out some of my older videos, both abroad in Bermuda and local in British Columbia, local to me. Odepro is selling this torch for around $90 US. With my discount code, you get it even cheaper. That discount code is not an affiliate link per se. You do get a discount based on my review that you're watching today, but I don't get a kickback. I was given this torch to review, nothing more, nothing less. I was really excited when I found out it was virtually the exact same light as we used to sell, because I only had one, so I'm pretty happy to have a backup. So my compensation was the torch, but no financial compensation. The final verdict, would I recommend this dive torch? Hands down, without a doubt. I would get yourself a hand strap, and if you do use a hand strap, make sure you use it with the wrist lanyard. These lights have been known to slip out of the hand straps, but I would, hands down, without a doubt, recommend this light. And I have friends that still reach out asking about the 2500 we used to sell, and I'm gonna give them a link to the Odepro from now on. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this review, check out my other reviews on the channel. I have video lights, zoomable dive lights. I have a bunch of action camera reviews as well. And check out my other regular content. The stuff that I do is a bit niche in the cold Pacific Northwest. We see a lot of crazy critters that you won't in tropical waters. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace and love like always. Maybe see you in the water.